Hello, everybody. My name is Minnie Thomas from Keller Williams Realty, Hudson Valley United. What I would like to share about right now was just thinking about investing in multifamily homes. Now, multifamily is two family, three family, anything underneath four dwelling units. And some people they like the residual income, and which is a good thing. Some people will actually move into the property, stay there for 3 years, and then when they have enough equity, they'll borrow from the property and buy themselves a second house and keep that first property as an investment. That is really, really good. And this way you have residual income and you're actually an investor. So you'll have your home that you live in and you'll have your home that you actually invested in. Something else I wanted to share is about there's three different loans. There's really four. There's VA where there's no money down, but it's good to always have something to put down as a sign of interest. That's a great loan for veterans, which I think that they're honored for. They get a reduction in their taxes. They get a reduction with the closing costs. A lot of sometimes the closing cost is paid totally. It depends on the loan, and I believe the whole circumstance. And then there's FHA. FHA, you can buy a house as low as 3.5% down, and you would be able to finance the closing costs. Right now, it's kind of hard to finance the closing costs because the house has to appraise, and some sellers feel that they don't want to um, accept a purchase, selling their home with a seller's concession. They said, well, you know what? If my house can appraise for that extra money for the closing costs, I might as well sell it to someone that doesn't have that does have the closing costs. But you know what? It all depends on the seller. But there's VA, there's FHA, so you sometimes can finance the closing costs with FHA. And if not, you have to have your own closing costs. The closing cost is the money you pay to the bank, and it's usually from 5% to 6%. Okay. Then there's another loan called conventional, and you can with a conventional loan, 3.5% to 5% you put down. If you can put down more, that's great, but that's the minimum. And you would have to pay for your own closing costs unless you use a seller's concession. And then there's Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Yes, those are the loans that are available. No matter what, you have to have a pre-approval with the type of loan that you're going to be using. It's so important that when you're buying a house that you prepare to buy a house. Like you don't want to just say, "Oh, next month I'm buying a house," and don't have any savings. So what I suggest for people to do, instead of going out every week and going to those restaurants and spending $100, you may have to cook more often, take your lunch to work, and you could save money. If it's two people in a house and you saving like $100 a week, that and it's two people, that's $800 a month. 800 times 10 is $8,000. Another 1,600 is like 9,600. Within 2 years, you'll have almost $20,000. But you have to stay focused. Pay your credit cards on time. Don't have a big debt ratio. That's so important. Stay out the stores. And if you don't need something, sell it. You don't have to go and buy 100 pairs of shoes. Where are you going to put them at? Wait till you buy your house. You don't need to go in the stores and buy this, that, and the other. When it comes to the holidays, you have to have a budget. You have to have a budget all the time. It's like a goal. I think it's so important to have goals in your life. If you want to see yourself get to the next level, then you have to have a goal. You have to see yourself in your future. You have to write it down and say within 3 years, I want to be in my new house. Within 5 years, I want to have my investment property. It can be done. You have to stay focused. You have to have a plan. Some people think that just because they live in a house and they've been there forever, oh, the landlord's not selling this house. All of a sudden, they knock on the door and say, we're selling the house. We're retiring. We're moving down south. And we're selling the house. You have to leave in 30 days or 60 days. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Just because you have a good relationship with the landlord does not mean he's not going to sell his house. People change when it comes to money, especially when they getting ready to retire or they know that they have a great asset equity in a house, and there'll be nothing you can do if you have to move. My name is Minnie Thomas. I'm from Keller Williams Realty, Hudson Valley United. I'm here to answer any question you have about real estate. Any. I can be reached at 347-992-0712. Talk to you soon.